get backstory. You get how he became the Penguin, which he technically not there yet in the show. Spoiler alert! But you see how he became, Penguin.
Well, you can't say the story. We should talk about the actor that played the role.
Yeah, we're not talking about the backstory. We're talking about the actor.
I'm still gonna say Colin would be
way
better at portraying Penguin. But again, you're looking at a finished product Penguin in that movie because you gotta look at the story it's telling. You're saying the actor. You're saying that
right. We should talk about the actor itself.
Oh, I'm standing with my answer 100%. Yeah.
What about you?
So agree, disagree, but yeah.
That is definitely one person on my list. Yeah.
I don't know.
So that was my top. That's my top 10.
Okay.
That was.
Hello, it's me.
You wrong.
You wrong.
I'm never wrong.
Oh man.
He said he's wrong. All right. Who next? Who want to go over their list?
I'll go.
Okay. Who you got?
Well, I already named the Penguin.
Okay.
The one he liked.
Yeah, definitely. I am going to say Vincent. What is his name? What's the guy that played?
He played Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Yeah. Vincent something. I know you're taling about. He played Kingpin.
Yeah.
Way. I pick him way over Michael Clark Duncan.
Okay.
Yeah, way.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm only gonna give it to you because the Kingpin was a different skin tone. I didn't like the fact they had, Kingpin.
How they portrayed the character, like when you think of him, stern. He's
Yeah.
I'm Kingpin. Like you gonna.
Yeah, but Kingpin's a thug though.
Yeah,
That's
but that's what Michael Clark Duncan was. He was a thug. He's like, yo.
But I think I like this Kingpin because he was so obsessed with Vanessa.
Yeah, exactly. That was
so obsessed.
He said Kevin walked like a penguin. Jay, stop trolling. That's his son, right?
I don't know who it is.
Oh man,
I'm gonna call Jay out. Hey, I see you.
We finna call Kevin. Go ahead, Diamond.
All right. I believe Jon Bernthal or
Vincent D'Onofrio. How you pronounce his last name? That's who it is you talking about. That played that Kingpin.
Punisher. Frank Castle.
Jon Bernthal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think he killed that role.
Yeah.
He killed that.
You can also say Ray Parker. Not Ray Parker. Wait, is his name Ray Parker? Ray Fisher.
Okay.
Ray Fisher also killed that role.
Not like he did though.
No,
not like he did.
That beginning. That beginning.
No, but I think he still embodied that novel Punisher.
But the Punisher he talking about that he was the embodiment of Punisher. Yeah, he went Gus with the Punisher.
Yeah, Shane from Walking Dead was killing motherfuckers. Shane wasn't dying.
If I see him in public, I say, I wish he was dead. So you made it to season 2, I was mad.
I think I'm going with one of my next one is Rebecca Romijn. Romijn played Mystique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, absolutely. She killed that role.
Yeah.
Because I think Mystique is a. I think you got to be so aware.
You can't have everybody play her. You have to find the right person to play her.
You got to find the right person to play
body
Mystique.
type to the flexibility to
the movement, how she walks,
how she move. Yeah.
Like I think that's part of that. That's a lot of physical body acting too. That's incorporated in that.
Who do you think are the casters for some of these? Because I think on a lot of that first wave of actors we see, like Toby from Spider-Man and like some of the other characters we mentioned, but there are a lot of the first, of course, you say Penguin. Who do you think how the casting goes for it? You think it was just that time before this wave of AI and all this other stuff?
I'm not sure. I think.
You think they cast way better then versus now? I mean, I know.
I think casting is really based on what actor really understands the role and have. I really always say it really kind of. Did they read the comic? Did they grow up on it? Do they look at those things? Because I think that's important when the directors are making these movies. Have they read the comic? Because you can tell when they go back and they actually read the comic. They actually went through and reviewed the story of the comic book and to try to make it come to life. Because I always say today, you know, before we go to the list, what Marvel movie or DC movie they nailed perfectly? I always go back and think about The Watchmen. The Watchmen was mirrors to what the comic book was.
Yeah, it was.
But that could be me. I don't know.
I don't know if it was Jon Bernthal that gave an interview. It was a Marvel actor that gave an interview. I think it was Jon Bernthal, and they were telling him, he was like, I don't think he read comic books, but he went into a comic book store and he was just like, you're gonna be playing the Punisher. This is what you should be reading. This, that's to get a better idea.
Hold on. Vince said, "What's the question?" The question is, what actors or actress played the best superhero roles or supervillain roles? And we're going over our top 10 lists. So put your list of who you think played these roles well.
Put it on the list.
Do you think your guys doing the X-Men? Do you think they're doing the X-Men versus the Avengers? Of course they're doing the X-Men versus the Avengers. That's the Doomsday movie about. Yeah. Of course.
To piggyback on what you were saying when it comes to them looking for the actors, believe it or not, a lot of the people they pick, you ever notice they look just like the comic book counterpart? Mm-hmm. So whether it be the comic or not, they go off really they look alike. Because if one of us to fill this person, the character's role, they have to look like this person. You can't just have anybody play a Wolverine or anybody play a Tony Stark. They have to kind of look like this person to a point where they can embody it. They're actors, so they can act how they act. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like when you got Chadwick playing Black Panther, you couldn't just give anybody that. You have to find somebody who can do that. Just like the guy that's playing Black Panther now, the one from Snowfall, he's taking over.
Has that been confirmed?
It's been both. Because I saw a video of him on YouTube and he's actually training for the role. He's actually training to fight the way they fight in Wakanda.
Quick fact check real quick to add on to what Diamond was saying. The thing with casting is that one of the main three things they talked about, they said is scheduling conflicts. That becomes an issue. Yeah. So actors have other obligations. Number two would be creative direction and tone shifts that go into what you were saying as far as them reading the comic books, understand the source material, and understand that. But they said that number one is always going to be contract disputes and pay issues. And it points to when they talked about Terrence Howard, how they tried to put him in that role. And then they said they had to replace him because they said it was due to a pay dispute. So Marvel had offered him less money up front for the sequel. And he so that was on him. So they had to go with somebody.
Okay. Yeah, and I hate when that happens, right? Because
Terrence Howard played a good.
He did. Terrence Howard did play a good role, and who knows? But you know, he said he wanted his own franchise from it, like how they did the spinoff. He wanted his own War Machine. He wanted all of that. I don't know.
Gambit. We got Gambit.
Yeah, Gambit did play. Did he? He played. His accent was killing me though in the movie. And then his accent. All right.
And just real quick, to piggyback on what Justice said. Also, y'all know that's what Hollywood is doing now, right?
Yeah, of course.
They're not holding people that long to do movies. They're only because they don't want to pay. You're not gonna get any more Denzels.
They're not doing that.
Of the old school actors, the Jack Nicholsons, the Michelle Pfeiffers, the Mekhi Phifer. You're not get those anymore because they don't want to pay that type of salary.
And then that's why you see the young ones come.
You're seeing so many keep coming, keep getting recycled, like all the Spider-Mans we had.
Yeah, because I think Zendaya is like probably one of the last one that's gonna, because Zendaya get paid.
No doubt.
She
get her bag.
She get paid. All right.
Go ahead.
She getting paid. I had Superman on my list for Henry.
Okay.
Batman. He said Michael Keaton. I had Christian Bale, but right now, because I watched Penguin and because I want to see how they match that all together, I'm probably gonna go with Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson is Batman.
Right now, I want to see what that second movie gonna be.
Robert,
I want to see what's gonna happen now.
Yeah, I think I read that the next villain is supposed to be Mr. Freeze. I want to see how I could be wrong, but I hope it's Mr. Freeze.
I was saying Arnold Schwarzenegger again. We good.
So if it's Mr. Freeze, hey, they better do it. When last time they Mr. Freeze was what? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Garbage.
Go. Straight trash.
Straight garbage.
Oh,
now, speaking of that, now who played a good villain was Jim Carrey.
Vince said Blade.
Vince said Blade. Snipes.
Snipes is the best.
Yeah, Blade. Yeah, you're right.